Hey, what's up everyone? Joe here, and in this video I want to talk about conscious relationships, which basically means being in a relationship with the knowing that you are not perfect, your partner is not perfect, and growth is the main goal of the relationship. Growth both individually as people, but as a team in the relationship as well. The first time I heard about conscious relationships was from Hillary. Hillary and I have been together for a while now, and despite our love for each other being very strong, it has not come without our disagreements, without our obstacles. And if I was in a different place, if a younger me would have been going through this, and a younger me has gone through this, I wasn't as conscious as I was now in the fact that I have my own trauma, I have my own triggers, I have my own healing that I need to do, and I have my own negative way of dealing with stressors. And it's up to me to overcome those and to tackle those and to heal myself and to improve myself and be the better version or the best version of myself, not only for myself and my relationship with myself, but my relationship with Hillary, my romantic relationship, and my relationship with other people in my life, including my family members, my friends, and everyone else, colleagues, bosses, the list goes on. Conscious relationship means being vulnerable, being open, having those tough conversations, and knowing that no one is perfect. We all deal with our own shit. We all have our own history. We all have our own triggers, and we all have our own healing to do. So knowing that no relationship is perfect and that everyone needs to work together in overcoming obstacles instead of fighting against each other, it's coming together and overcoming the obstacle as a team. So if you are in a relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship or not, I'm sure you have friends, I'm sure you have colleagues, bosses, family members, whatever type of relationship it is, it's up to you to consciously make sure that you are conscious about how you approach this relationship, how you communicate with those relationships, how open and vulnerable you are, how grounded you keep yourself, because things are going to come up, stressors are going to come up, disagreements are going to come up, you're going to get triggered, other people are going to get triggered, emotions may become very tough to deal with, things may be said that hurt other people or you may regret later. But it's not in the fact that you're not having those tough conversations or you're not having disagreements or everyone messes up. So it's not the fact that you're never gonna let your emotions get the better of you, but it's being more and more conscious about those things, more and more conscious that I just got triggered and I'm saying something that I shouldn't have, or I was in the wrong, so I need to start the healing process. Being the first one to say you're sorry when you mess up, that is a very conscious thing to do. Holding space for people when they're opening up to you about maybe something that you did that hurt them, without taking it defensively, that is a very conscious thing to do. Instead of taking it defensively and starting an argument and starting a fight, listening, more active listening, more empathy in the relationship. There's so many things that go into a conscious relationship, and they all come together to be more communicative, better communication, being more vulnerable. So expressing your own fears and your own doubts, your own insecurities even, and even expressing how you feel to other people can be quite tough, because maybe you don't want to start a fight, maybe you don't want to offend anyone, maybe you don't want to seem weak if you're telling someone that you have fears, or you don't want to seem jealous if you're telling someone that you have insecurities. Overcoming that and putting yourself out there is very mature. Obviously do it in a mature way, in a respectful way. Keep your voice at a reasonable tone. Don't hit below the belt. You know, you don't want to say anything that has no relation to what is actually the problem, and you don't want to hurt anyone or say anything that you're going to regret. So being conscious of your words, being conscious of your body language, being conscious of the tone of your voice, the volume of your voice, the battles that you pick. So picking your battles, staying on topic, being conscious of how you're responding to other people. There's so much that goes into conscious relationships, but the more aware you are of all these little intricacies, all these little things that affect a relationship, even just speaking out, you know, it has a big effect. Whether you bring something up or not, will have a big effect as to if and when you resolve any issues or doubts that you may have. So just being aware of that can have such a positive effect in all the relationships that you have, not just the romantic ones, but the non-romantic ones as well. And I've learned this so much over the last few months just alone, and that's why I wanted to share it in this video, because I feel like it is so important, and it is so important for individual growth, but also having a healthy relationship. Again, healthy relationships doesn't mean that you're never arguing, you're never fighting. Actually, you know, I've learned that healthy relationships do have disagreements, and the healthiest relationships have disagreements, because if you're never having any disagreements with the people in your life, that must mean that you're not opening up to them enough, or they're not opening up enough to you, and you're just bottling everything in, and that's just going to blow up in your lives and in your relationship later. So, you know, speaking up, expressing yourself, expressing your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, having those tough conversations is very healthy and is a sign of a healthy relationship. And yes, sometimes these tough conversations can get quite emotional, they can get quite heated, and sometimes, you know, it's very, very tough. You know, it's called a tough conversation for a reason, because it can be triggering, it can be emotional, and it can be very hard not to let that get to you. And the most important part of that is healing those relationships. So you know, there may be a rupture in the relationship, but how quickly can you repair it? How respectfully can you repair it? Because when you do repair those ruptures in a relationship, you come out of them stronger. So being aware of that, being conscious of that every time that comes up, not only the small things but the big things as well, is a sign of a healthy relationship. And that's what I've learned in the last few months, just you know, with Hillary and I, and our relationship over the last few months or several months, and comparing it to past relationships that I've had as well. Just seeing like, oh, you know, like in those relationships, you know, I would have blown up and I would have not repaired that rupture quickly. And, you know, because I am aware of that now, I'm able to repair it a little bit quicker and come out of it stronger. Whereas a younger version of me, you know, would have let that blow up and end the whole relationship. So knowing that has made me a better person, has made me a better partner, not only for Hillary, but also to my family members, to my friends. And I want to share that with you today in hopes that you can be more aware of it as well, in hopes that it helps you strengthen your relationships, helps you keep your relationship strong. And, you know, when those things come up, express yourself respectfully, you know, set those boundaries as you feel they're needed, but also be open to receiving feedback from your partners or the other people that are in your life as well, because it's not just a one-way street. You know, you need to give some room for the other people to express how they feel, for them to express their boundaries, and you need to come together as a team so that you can come out stronger as a team. That's what I've learned, and I hope this video helps you. If it does, please let me know in the comment section, or if you have any comments or feedback of your own, let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear you. And yeah, I hope this video helps you. If it does, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you in the next video. All right, thanks for watching.